It's Jackie, and it's time for another journal flip through. This is my Traveler's Notebook insert for February and March. I've already shown you February's pages, so I'll quickly flip through those just so we can do the full flip through, and then I will talk you through the March pages like I usually do. I accidentally spilled some water on this book, and so you'll see some little smudgy bits, but I fixed them as best I could. These ones I couldn't fix, but it's not really that big a deal. Like, it could have been a lot worse. So we'll go through all these pages. If you notice, my voice is a little flat today. It's just I've just got this little chest infection thing going on, and it's making me sound grumpy even when I'm in a good mood. So yeah, I think we've seen these ones. We've seen these ones. I love these pages. I think they might be my favorite. We've seen these ones. And I think this is where we stopped. So picking up into March, the first page is my hair has gotten so long. I am switched to this new brand of shampoo and conditioner. So I was doing before and after pictures. This was my before picture. And I got my husband to take this picture for me. And when I saw it, I just couldn't believe how long my hair has been. It's been growing for a long time, I guess. So I stamped my title up here, and then the ink smudged. Like, I didn't do a good stamping job. These are Inkadinkadoo stamps, I think. And, or no, sorry, these are Recollection stamps. And it smudged everywhere. So what I did was I just covered it with some really dark purple watercolor. So it's maybe a little hard to read, but it was either that or black smudges. So that's what I went with. And there's just some gold my mind's eye embellishments on that page. The next week, February 26th to March 4th, I didn't have any photos for the week, but some things did happen, so I thought it would be good to just do a highlights of the week page. So I used some of these lime green Heidi Swap alphas that have been in my stash forever, some little flag stickers, and I just wrote out what happened, and then I just put them in little boxes, and I did an Inktense fuchsia wash over the journaling because I thought the jewel tones kind of balance out that way. So I like that. Then I also started playing a new video game. It's called Horizon Zero Dawn. If you have a PS4 and you like games, you need to get this one. It's amazing. The story is so good. It's got a strong female lead character. I really liked it. So for this page, I just printed off a picture of the lead character, Aloy, off the internet, fussy cut her out, stuck her down, and then I stamped out my title in a color that matched her hair. And then I used the background. I used an Ecoline brush marker. And that matched her belt, so I just wanted to keep the colors cohesive there. I've been using my Ecoline brush markers a lot in this book, you'll notice. I really love those markers. The next page is one of my favorite pages that I've ever done. I think I made great use of the Traveler's Notebook size, like the dimensions of the page. So this is my I've lost 15 pounds since November 1st. And the way I did this is first I just stenciled out 15 pounds. Then I put a circle die on top of it and hand lettered inside, like a trace around it, and then I hand lettered my title. And then I used the same die to make a mask, like I used some masking sticker paper or whatever. And then I put washi tape and stripes across that, painted the whole thing black, splattered it with white, and then when I peeled up all the tape and the masks and stuff, I had these perfect lines that go right to the circle. I thought it turned out so good. And I just put my journaling in one of the white lines. The next page is called Day 1 of Monat. Monat is another one of those brands, like if you watched my last video, I was talking about Jamberry. This is one of those things that your friends try to sell you on the Facebook. So my aunt is selling Monat, and she gave me a set to try. So I thought I would start, just make note of the date. This is why I put things in my journal a lot of times, just to remember what day something happened. And then we're going to do before and after pictures and see if it makes a difference for me. I just used this little picture that came in the kit that showed the items that are in the kit, and I really loved this kind of pinky lavender color, so I tried to emulate it with some watercolor, and then I also used gray watercolor. Just put some die cuts on there. I'm at the very dregs of my die cut stash, so every time I do a page I just go through it to see if there's anything I can use up. So I put via airmail because she sent it to me from PEI, Trust in You because she makes some bold claims about how much this is going to change my hair. And then I just had this little freckle fawn mouse, so I put him in because he matches. The next one's called Gym Rats, and this was sort of like a use it up page. My sister's been coming to the gym with me, so we've been there all the time, so I thought this was a good title. And it used up a lot of alphas in this, or a lot of stickers in this alpha set. I'm trying to get, like, I just have, Y's and A's left, basically. And I just used like lowercase letters and capital letters, just anything to get it used up, basically. I used some old Project Life cards to do a background here and here, and I tried to keep it consistent with curved, like rounded corners. And these are some recollections labels. So that's a really simple, scrappy page. The next page, it's called Aw Yes, which is just one of my favorite internet memes. It's a meme of a goose who's really happy to have some breadcrumbs, and I was really happy to have this, so I thought it was a good expression. My friend brought me back a 1-liter bottle of vanilla from Mexico, and it's the second time she's done this, and again, I just want to mark the date because it's going to take me a long time to get through that bottle, and I'd like to know exactly how long that is. That night I also made a tapioca pudding with the new vanilla, so I included that in the picture, and then I just doodled a border around the outside, painted it with watercolors, and used a couple Amy Tangerine die cuts. Did some lettering here, some washi tape at the top and the bottom. This next page is one of my favorite pages. I love, it's got almost like a comic book style to it, I just kind of ended up that way. I really love it. My husband and I went to brunch at a place called Uncle Betty's, and I just put pictures of what we ate. If you watch my Instagram, you might have seen the photo that I watercolored this picture. And then what I did is I went on their website to see what their logo looked like. Pardon me. And I tried to draw it with my Ecoline brush markers, and I think it turned out all right. And then I just traced around it with a micron pen. I doodled a border around the outside of the page, and then I just colored in all the gaps using it was a distress spray. I think it's the coral color. I'm not sure which color it was. And then I just put some little black splatters, and I think it looks cute. I went to see the movie Logan, and I found it hard to find pictures for this, but I did find a couple online, so I just printed those off and stuck them down. This came from the magazine at the movies. And I don't know if you can tell, but I painted the whole page with this stuff. It's from Tri Art brand, and it's called Liquid Silver. So I thought it would be suitable because, you know, he's got those shiny claws. So, but it's not really, it barely shows up. I don't know. I think liquid silver was the stronger word than what is warranted for this paint. You can barely see it. The next page is just called Boring because I went to get my driver's license renewed. So I just brush lettered my title, used a journaling card, took a picture of what it looked like there. Service Ontario. This came off the notice they gave me letting me know it was time to go in, and just as kind of an inside joke to myself, I put some red tape because that's how I feel like when I deal with the government. Then it was my sister's birthday, so her birthday falls on St. Patrick's Day, so it's kind of a no-brainer to just do the whole page in green. I used some green distress ink to do a border. I had these shamrock stickers, they're like glittery, that I got from Dollarama, and then I just punched this out of a journal card and wrote the title on it, and then I just put pictures of everything we did. We went to the art store and they were having a big sale. She picked out a set of Sakura brush markers for her birthday present. We went to St. Patrick's Station, which was funny because it was St. Patrick's Day. We had sushi dinner, and there she is with her boyfriend. And I had this Studio G, like this Post-it notepad that has all the hours of the day, so I just wrote in what we did during those hours. These ones are a little artsier maybe than I normally do. It's called Reverse Nap, and it's sort of just explaining how my husband and our sleep schedules are wackadoodle right now. And he coined a phrase, reverse nap, which is basically when you sleep all day but you wake up for like an hour or two. That's the opposite of a nap. That's a reverse nap. So what I did here is I just pulled out some paint, and I just used blue paint on the whole page. And then I did some light blue stenciling of some clock, some Tim Holtz stencil. And I had a star stamp that I just did in a darker blue, and then I used some stickers of shooting stars and stamped my title. I printed out my journaling and I stuck it down. It takes a little while to do that, but I like the effect, but I don't do it very often because it's a lot of work. So yeah, I think that turned out really nice. I like these pages a lot. Then it's Spring Equinox Bonfire Night. My choir does a movie night once a week, or once a month rather, and this month it happened to fall on the spring equinox, so we did a bonfire night instead. So I'd been watching a bunch of Kay Warner Designs videos on YouTube, and she's been playing with white gouache to do her hand lettering, and I thought I'd give it a try. So I just brushed this section of the page with some black Winsor Newton ink, and I used white gouache, Winsor Newton brand again, to do my lettering, and it came out thicker than I intended, which I thought was bad at first, but then when I step back and look at it, I think it gives it sort of a charming look. So I am actually really happy with how that turned out. And then I just did a pink wash of watercolor across the rest of the pages. This tape here is actually one of my jelly prints. I did a jelly print session. You want to see some jelly prints? Actually, this is the tape I used right on top. I used deli paper this time. My sister and I did this together, and they turned out so much nicer than when I used book pages last time. But I've got all these great papers now, and I'm going to use them. Like the deli paper, it's Artsy brand from Michaels, and it's so flimsy, but it holds up. Like it's almost like a stronger version of tissue paper. And I'm going to use these as journal page backgrounds in my next book. So you're getting kind of a sneak preview here. But yeah, I only used my favorite colors, and I tried not to use the paint. I used it a little more sparingly than last time, and I think they turned out great. So yeah, jelly print's fun. So then I just, stuck a picture of the food we ate because it was potluck, picture of me and the girls, and then just some stickers here and there. And I think it all comes together. The next one's called Magic Markers and Magic Harp. And it's just kind of talking about how sometimes when little small things are going on, it can totally make your day. So the markers, I got the best deal on Winsor & Newton watercolor markers that I ever expected to get. I got them for $1.79 each, regular price $7.99. So I got a whole set of Winsor & Newton watercolor markers. So that totally made my day. And then Pokemon, I still play Pokemon Go. I think I'm the last one. If you watch my bullet journal videos, you might know I was trying to walk 400 kilometers to evolve my Magikarp. But they had an event that ended up saving me the last 80 kilometers I had to walk with him. So I got my evolved Magikarp, so that was pretty exciting. Saved me a lot of walking. So I used my new markers to decorate these pages. First I stamped out a title, and then I watercolored with the purple one, and then I used the green one and the orange one and the pink one to trace around these journal cards. I used the yellow one as a watercolor to just do some little splotches, and this was like a zebra print, and I just used my new markers to color in all the white stripes. So it was good to use an old journaling card up. And then these are the last pages. The Big Sing, so that's our choir end of season final concert. I ran out of space while I was writing my title, but they can't all go the way you want, so I think it's fine. And then I used some, it's Distress ink, the preserves one, spice preserves or season preserves, I don't know what it's called, something preserves. And I just did a background on this page, and then I kind of dragged it over to this page and then did a stencil, like a light stenciling there that I could journal over on this side. It was an amazing event. We did our choir, but they also invited 35 Syrian refugees that were fresh to Canada, like less than 2 weeks they've been in the country. And it was my first time meeting any of the Syrian refugees, and it was a really amazing experience. They sang us their songs, they got up and danced, that's what this picture is. It was just amazing. It's a picture of me and my sister, and that's just a picture of us in the choir as we got started. They brought tons of kids, and just some dollar store stickers on the page. And that is the end of this book. I had 3 pages left at the end. I cut them out. It's all good. Again, if anyone was wondering, this was a Fabriano Eco-Qua sketchbook. I'm stepping away from the Traveler's Notebook for next month, and I'm using a sketchbook. This is also a Fabriano sketchbook. It's their eco-friendly line. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but it was all white when I got it, and it has like an environmentally friendly sticker on it or whatever. And all I did was just use my new markers, and I just watercolored in some squares. I did a strip of gold embossing down the side. The back's the same. And then I just put a coat of matte medium over it, used a Sharpie pen to put the month. This title will change, right? It could be April to May, it could be April 2017, I don't know yet, but I just put April for starters. And all I have done in it so far is I've got my selfie that I always start my books with, and how lovely is this page? This is one of my jelly prints. It's the first one I've used, and I just stuck it down, put a picture on it. I just die cut out the words "Lovely Memories" out of some gold Heidi Swap washi tape, and that's it. Page and like came together in like less than a minute. I did this page. Amazing. So this is a huge sketchbook. It's got lots of paper in it. So I don't know how long this book is going to last me, but I just felt like a different style. I like coil bound, so we're going with it. So yeah, that's it for now, and I'll be back with next time I have an update video for you. Thank you so much for watching.